This is John Pluta of GeorgiaBees.com in Millersville, Georgia. I've run hundreds of deep supers. Because of the extra weight, when I grab a hold of the handhold, I like to be able to know that I have good grip on the 80 to 90 pound supers when I lug them around the bee yards back to the honey house. This is a finished handhold. What I do, I enlarge the handhold a little to the width, deepen it a little bit, but also bevel it up 15 degrees. What I'm fixing to do is show you how I do this. I use a regular conventional hand saw. I bevel the blade 15 degrees, and the blade I use is just a regular carbide tip, a 40 tooth Black & Decker. This is available at Walmart for around $8–9. Being very careful, I'm going to hold the saw guard open, but first of all, when I set it, I check the depth and make them just a little deeper than the factory box as it comes, but yet each manufacturer is going to be a little different. Also, on the saw blade, on the 40 tooth, I'm looking for a very strong blade because I'm going to be using a lot of strength to recut the handhold. You also might notice all my boxes are pressure treated. I really believe in this. It adds many extra years of life to your box. Instead of 7 years on a regular pine box going downhill, these will easily last 15–20 years. I also do the same thing on my nuke boxes. These are handhold boxes. I'm fixing to do the same thing. I'm showing you how I cut it. This is a regular dado blade cut that I'm going to start with. In just a minute, when we get done with this box, you'll see how that box is cut also. All these boxes are also pressure treated. I use pine, 9 1/4 pine on the ends, and I use plywood that's dipped in the copper naphthalate from day damp. I use the 5-gallon buckets. I also have another video you can see on how I do that. On the cutting, first of all, I always do the 15-degree bevel first, and then I'm going to use the saw blade to re-groove it on the depth. It creates a lot of sawdust, but the extra grab is just unbelievable. When you grab a hold of one of these boxes with the extra bevel going up and just a slightly extra depth, when you're wearing gloves during a robbing when you're harvesting honey, it really helps grabbing to lift the boxes. This was cutting on the pre-cut factory boxes. This goes very quickly, less than a minute per box. I'm now going to show you the same thing on a nuke box, starting with just a little less. The reason I do that is so that moving nuke boxes around just makes it much easier. Also, you might also notice on all my boxes are dated inside. I used to use a magic marker. It's just a little brand for John Pluta, and then the date of September 09. I know the exact age of all my boxes. All my frames, do the same thing with frames and my tops. Also, you might have noticed I also use my knee on pushing. For those of you making your own boxes at home, if you don't use the dado blades to do your cuts, you can also use the same blade of just making several cuts and then just regrooving it for your handholds on your Beehive boxes. They're all now ready for paint. I hope that gives somebody some ideas as to how you might want to do some of your boxes. Just get to it. Visit georgiabees.com for more information.